Hello there, Biaka Miyazudesu and welcome to my review of Resident Evil 4. So, I've been playing the Resident Evils and I finally reached what I think is one of the most well-known and well-criticized of the Resident Evil games, Resident Evil 4. And I was really looking forward because I didn't play the original Resident Evil 2, but I played the remake and I really enjoyed playing that game, and I was really looking forward to returning to a title where you play with Leon once again. So this time, before maybe continuing, I will say that part of my soul is dying because the only character I could more or less dress up as was Ashley. And I was trying to get something that would be reminiscent of Leon or Ada, but no, the only character I could more or less dress up as was Ashley. But we will talk about the characters later on. So the story of this Resident Evil is Leon is sent to a Spanish village in the middle of nowhere, and he is there looking for the president's daughter. I will say that the president's daughter, for someone who has, being the president's daughter, she has access to all kinds of resources and stylists and whatever. She dresses like she belongs in the countryside, but that's another thing. And he's there investigating. He's pretty sure that they are holding, somewhere in that village, they are holding her hostage. And you have all this religious slash political views of the villain that is trying to press the president of America by kidnapping his daughter. I'm not really sure at the end of this game, I'm not really sure what he intended. I think he was trying to show the power of that little village with the Las Plagas parasite. So we also have a different kind of virus here. It's not really a virus, it's this parasite that they found while mining, and that parasite allocates in the host, and some people, then it enters the compatibility thing. Some people become like, not mindless zombies, but they become mindless and follow orders blindly. And then there are some people that control that parasite and are leaders that command the other people. So you don't see really zombies. Of course, the people in this village have a really dirty look, and of course, when they are just mindlessly attacking you, they kind of look like zombies, but not the traditional kind of zombies you are used to seeing in the Resident Evil series. So the story is really simple. Then you of course have the subplot related to Ada, where she's there once again trying to steal a sample of this parasite slash virus to someone, and that someone is Wesker. So she's working for Wesker for money, of course. I think the only thing that moves Ada, she's this kind of Catwoman character, so the only thing that moves her is money. Or Leon, because we will see that she decides to bring a mission for only herself of protecting Leon, because she knows he is being a target not only by the people in the village but also Wesker. Wesker doesn't want any witnesses to to what is happening here, so of course Leon must also be eliminated, and that's one of Ada's missions that she will disobey pretty clearly. About the characters, so you have Leon, and I would say in any other review there's nothing to say about Leon, but in this game there is, because it's a really huge jump from the Boy Scout Leon that we have access in Resident Evil 2 to the Leon Dante personality that we have in Resident Evil 4. I don't know, I know that he has seen many things. Raccoon City incident has happened, he has gone on missions, gained status, because, the president hired him to go alone inside a village with unknown dangers to rescue his daughter. But really, his personality is so different in this one. Don't take me wrong, I like it, but it's not Leon. I feel like I sometimes see a little bit of Leon, but most of the time I'm seeing an entirely new character. We have Ada, of course. Ada, at least she hasn't changed. So she's still playing that kind of double agent. She appears and she's more or less provocative and nice to Leon, but then she has her own agenda, and I mean, she's working for Wesker, so she has to complete her mission because it's either that or be killed. So, and she's already pushing it by disobeying Wesker's orders of eliminating Leon because she has a lot of opportunities, but instead of eliminating him, she always tries to help him and protect him. And that's actually what the Separate Ways DLC is for you to play with Ada. It's a really short experience, but I really like that compared to Resident Evil 2. So I met Ada for the first time in Resident Evil 2, but although I like her character appearances, I hated playing with her because it's a really short part, but it's so frustrating because she has no ammo, she has no healing items, she's always doing that hacking thing. But then in this game, you are able to play with her weapons and seeing all her badass moments, and I really enjoyed playing with her. Assignment Ada, I tried playing it, but it's mostly a shoot 'em up. I feel like I was aimlessly searching around the island part, not the village, the island part, just shooting dudes until I reach my destination. So it was kind of boring. Then we have Ashley. So Ashley is my hated character compared, if I can compare her to another annoying character, compared to Steve. I actually don't know which one I hate the most. So you can hear my boyfriend laughing in the background. I don't know, because Ashley is really annoying. You can see that in my cover I'm mimicking her. Leon, help! Goddamn, how many times do I have to hear that? And when there's a part where you exploring an area and she's stuck in one place and she's asking for your help while you are exploring. Jesus, so annoying, she wouldn't shut up a second. But then I understand why she's there. So throughout the games we have seen all these really tough women. Rebecca is a little bit different. She's more of a soft girl, but she's really independent and capable. Claire, Jill, Ada, these are all really tough and competent women. And then here you have Ashley. She really brings a different element to Resident Evil because she's the one you have to protect. And although I like the mechanic and I understand it because it brings a different kind of gameplay to the game, it was so annoying because whenever the dudes would pick her up, I only have two choices. Try to shoot the dude or just let him get away, and then I would fail my mission because she would be kidnapped. I don't know why that would end my mission. I mean, they can kidnap her again and I would just have to retrieve her. But sure, let's go with it. And sometimes I would get the unlucky shot of shooting her in the leg, and apparently for Ashley, taking a shot in the leg is certain death. Please, I don't know what they are gonna do on the remake. Ashley looks a little bit tougher. We can see she trying to retaliate, struggling a bit more. I hope I'm not saying to take away that element because although I find Ashley's personality annoying and I don't like her character, I understand what she represents in the gameplay, and that's interesting. But please, if I have to shoot some dude and I scratch her leg a little bit with the shot, please don't make her just die. Please, okay? We also have the chance of playing with Ashley a bit. I actually enjoyed that. I was really surprised when they changed to Ashley, but there's a part where she must run away alone, and that was actually really interesting because you would grab stuff that was around you and throw at the dudes that were trying to chase you. And I actually enjoyed that gameplay. That was really interesting. Then we have, of course, we have a lot of enemies that have some kind of importance. We have Salazar. Salazar is this. I mean, he's supposed to be an adult, but he looks like an old kid. And the boss fight with him was really tough for me. He's a really tough dude to kill because he would do a lot of damage. I mean, you can understand the pattern of the enemies, you can understand them, but it's still a lot, it's still really difficult because I'm not, people say that Resident Evil 4 really needs a remake due to the gameplay. I don't agree. I think the mechanics still hold up to this day. The only critique I would make is the turn, because sometimes they also do kind of this model thing where they just turn in on themselves, and when you are fixating an enemy and you try to go to another, this slide is really slow. So those are the only critiques. It's better for you to just put down your weapon, turn and aim again. But you can really live with that. But then again, I guess some mechanics are outdated and do need to be upgraded for a new game. But does that really demand a remake? I'm not so sure. So we have then another enemy, which is Krauser. So I know nothing about Krauser. Krauser is introduced here as someone that was Leon's partner. I think the knives fight between them was really cool. I actually had to do that fight quite a few times because the quick action are so fast to go by. I would miss them the first time. But Krauser is introduced as Leon's partner during some mission. They are like brothers in arms, and then Krauser is there just betraying him because of his. He's also infected with a parasite that makes him superhuman, and you of course have a boss fight with him also in Ada's DLC, which I will say was a pain. It was not easy to do that boss fight. And finally, we reach Sadler. Sadler is the mastermind behind all this, and his boss fight both with Ada and Leon, I think with Ada was the worst really, but both with Ada and Leon was it was well deserving of the final boss title. And Sadler is a religious slash political enemy. Of course, he still turns into a monster to be more of a physical fight, but in the end, I think Sadler, he is interesting, but I don't know if if he is the most memorable one. And you have a lot of different enemies. You have the chainsaw dudes. God, I hated the chainsaw dudes and women too, because there are also chainsaw women. I hated those. I would reload and would, because they run a lot, and then I would miss my chance, and here goes Ada's or Leon's head. And you also have the Gigantes. There are a lot of different enemies, a lot of different mechanics, and I think this is one of the things that makes this Resident Evil special. I don't know if I like the island. I know that the island is a part that divides some fans because some say it's too much action, and some say it's just right. I don't know where I stand there, but I will say one thing. At a certain point, I was getting tired of shooting dudes. I think it's too many enemies in one spot. Really. I know that they were like doing a thing as hordes of zombies. I felt like it was something like that. But those were tough parts, and I don't know if I really liked all the shooting that we had to do. I love the merchant. I love being able to. The only thing that I think the merchant was missing was sometime buying some ammo. Don't get me wrong, they do give you a lot of ammo throughout the game, but as at some points I really missed the capability of buying some ammo from the merchant. I tried to combine the treasures that I picked up. It's really fun mechanics. I don't know what they are going to do for Resident Evil 4, but for the remake. But I think this game is a really solid game, and they really have to nail it for the fans to be happy about it. So let's see what it'll bring. I don't know if I will play Resident Evil 4 remake as soon as it comes out. So I will wait for some reviews, see how the game is doing among the fans. But yeah, maybe this will be the first Resident Evil that I will play both the original and the remake. Let's see. So tell me, what is your favorite characters, what are your favorite moments of this game. If you like this content, like, subscribe, check out my Twitch channel for more games that I'm playing, and may music always be your life force.